Hello everyone, welcome back. Let me see if you're able to just stream it. So for anyone who have joined, can you please just confirm me if my voice is audible and if you are able to like see me fine? That would be helpful. So people who have joined, please help me to confirm once. Great. Okay, so people who have joined, can you just confirm me? Hi Lakshman, I hope you're able to hear me as well. Hello everyone. Yeah. So I see the audience is increasing. Surely you can help me just quickly confirm if I'm audible and visible. So yeah. Thanks a lot. So cool. I think it's 8. So if you have attended any of the previous session, I hope you know the drill. Just a caveat here. So today, if you find my energy low or voice little low, I'm just having some cold, but I will make sure that that doesn't affect the session. So yeah, please, if anytime anyone has any problem with the voice or anything, let me know in the chat. So great, everyone. Let me just also put up my screen. So today, I'm just take a couple of steps back because many students were having few doubts, and many people were there who were having this thing that they are coming from a totally unrelated background, with like majorly with respect to your this thing. 1 minute, just a second, everyone. Yeah, should be fine. Okay, so yeah, many students were also having the doubt that if they're coming from a totally unrelated background, maybe let's say they're in testing or they are from non-tech. So I wanted to make sure that the session is also give them an idea that how exactly are we going to go about things. And yes, that should give them a taste if big data is there for them or not. Okay. So today again, I will be just talking a little bit more about Hadoop and distributed storage. And this will give you an idea that what exactly do we do overall in data engineering and big data engineering, right? Cool. So I see people have joined. So let me just maybe go to the page, course page. So everyone, I hope till now, let me share this link as well. So we are going to start with this particular course this Saturday now. So it's going to start from Saturday, right? December 21st. And this most probably would be the second last session. Tomorrow's session will be with Krish sir. So Krish sir will also be joining tomorrow. And there we will be answering some more of your doubts, right, everyone? So yeah, do ask away if anyone has any doubt. Meanwhile, let me just quickly tell about all these things. Yeah. I am a Java developer. Can we do it in Java or Python required? Chandan, we will be doing it in Python. Okay. Things can be done in Java. If I be honest, I also started the first project of my big data journey, like Hadoop and everything in Java. But now, honestly, Python is a lot preferred. So it should not be a problem. You can quickly learn Python. Like it's a lot easy than Java. And majorly, most things which you are going to study, let's say if you want to like deep dive into AI or data science ML, Python of course is the language of choice now. So with that in mind, we will be doing things in Python only. But provided the overall, I would say AI today, like right now, I was just checking that Chat GPT has also opened up Canvas, so you can quickly change the code. But we are going to focus on PySpark and Python, right? So once again, let me have the banner. So everyone, please do ask your question. So Chandan, I hope that is clear. So Python, we can actually watch the series on my YouTube channel or Krish channel as well. Both are good to start with. Nothing more than that required. Okay. So yeah, this is the case, everyone, and we have few seats, like less seats left. I think Krishna, when he mentioned there was around 103. Now, if I remember, I think less than 50 seats are left. So Krish 10 is the code, okay, which you can still use. It's giving you a 10% discount, everyone, through which you can join at this amount. Now, again, basically, we have to make sure that if you have any doubts, you can reach out to the number which is on screen as well as here. I'm going to quickly run through all the things which are basically helpful to you. You will always see them like in the description of this particular video on YouTube. Okay. So the session is going to start from this Saturday, 8 to 12. We are saying proficiency level should be professionals, ideally 2+ years. If it is less than that, you can join. Just make sure that you are having some experience with coding. If no experience is there, then I will suggest to first do some coding and get that experience. Okay. That again is very much required. Okay. I won't say that if you have not done coding, then big data is the course for you. That thing you have to understand. Okay. So let us see. Any other doubts? Yeah. Will the meeting invite be sent? Yes, Tushar. We have a good platform through which you will be getting that. Along with that, if you miss the session, then you will get the recordings, right? So no worries on that. I'm recent graduate in BBA. Yes, Anurag. So yes, you can just call the number once. Again, we have made sure that we are not doing any wrong sales at this. Like normally, we will be guiding you properly. So you can just call on the number. The counseling team can help you understand your situation better. And if you still have any doubt, just let me know, and you can connect with me as well. Okay. So let me just share the ways you can connect with me. So everyone, this is my YouTube channel and this is the LinkedIn through which you can connect with me. So YouTube channel will have your email ID as well, which you can just have. Okay. Kushagar, yes, you can do that if you have a good exposure to data science. Surely this is going to helpful to you. So I don't see. And if you have no issues with coding, then it's going to be a very good I would say learning experience, because data engineering as such is a very good course, right? Honestly, it's great course with the mind that you will be learning exactly major thing which happens in companies, because every company is working on data, building those pipelines. So yeah, that is going to be a very good exposure. Cool, everyone. So do keep your questions coming. Do have your Q&A. So we are just taking questions as of now. Let me meanwhile go to syllabus as well, and let me share this link with you all as well, so you can access the syllabus. Yeah. We will also cover details on how to make store data in a local database like PostgreSQL or MySQL and connect it to Azure. Yes, Abhinav, we are going to do that. So I think I showed. So tomorrow or day after, I'm going to actually show you one of the videos. So it's a full project which will be available. There you will get a lot of ideas. So actually, we will be doing the database also on cloud. So I've found a good platform, and connecting that, it will be very close to how one of the projects which I did was at a very good level. Okay, not an easy at all. So yeah, everything we'll be doing. We will be making sure that our projects are complex enough, and you will get an exposure once you see that project. So you will be able to understand what exactly are we going to do, how we are going to do the project as well. Hello, sir. My colleague said to make a data science project, and they said the data is collected by you, means we can take it from Kaggle and it should be big. Get said you can go to Kaggle and download the data. Like many datas are available, just to show you. Okay, because no worries. Let me help with that as well. E-commerce Kaggle. Let's go here. This one is small. I remember one was there which was in GBs as well. Okay, let me see. Multi-category store. I think this was the one, if I remember right. Yeah, see. I don't think get set your college will expect your data to be greater than this. And honestly, you will not be able to even handle this in your normal laptop or somewhere. You will have to work via distributed computing only, right? Because this data is in size of GBs. So yeah, a very big CSV file, right? Hello, am I audible, everyone? Can you just confirm once if I'm audible or not? Hello. Okay, cool. No worries. Great. Thanks, Kushak, for the confirmation. So anytime you face any issue with either the voice screen or the video, let me know in the chat. Okay, we'll quickly solve that. Thank you, everyone. So yeah, let me take the questions. I hope get said you get your answer. Can you compare career in big data as compared to Java full stack in terms of growth and progression? Chandan, see, okay, if I have to discuss about the career in big data, and if you are talking about in terms of a proper big data developer, right? So opportunities are certainly more. The reason is that many companies, and this again I can tell from my experience only, Java developer seats a very uh, fault proof career, honestly, because many big companies are still working on Java. Like in Goldman, for example, I was working in Java, and you will find projects which are in Java for any company which was 10 founded 10 years earlier, because at that time Java was of course a very good language and everything. Now what happened is that what I have personally seen, again, I am not a very pro that okay one language is going to basically, let's say, I believe that the concepts and basics should be clear. Okay, now coming to Java developer part, right? Of course, there are opportunities, but they are majorly with big companies, and you can get a very specialized skill set, and your demand is going to be a lot. Okay, it may happen that if you are, let's say, just a Java developer with no idea about system design stuff, or I would say, let's say, big data and exposure to these fields, your career growth might also be hampered as well. I have seen many people who are working in the service based industry. They have great Java skill set, but they have not been exposed to problems which are, let's say, difficult to solve. They are majorly working on creating APIs. Okay, again, it also depends a lot on what type of problem are you trying to solve with Java. Okay, language always just remember is a tool. So talking about service based companies which I have been exposed to via like mentees which I have connected with, there the problem was not that they are working in Java. The problem was that they were not getting exposed to different, I would say, complexities of things which they were solving. It was majorly like they have to work on a code which was in Java, create some APIs. Okay, and of course, like I have done the same, but thankfully I was exposed to problems which are complex than that. Okay, so using your Spring Boot and everything, have done that, created those APIs and everything. But you should make sure that you are getting exposed to different kind of problems. Like for example, in today's world, any companies which is new, majorly they prefer Java less. Now again, I'm not saying that they don't do it at all, but let's say if any company is getting created right now, they will be using AI and stuff for which Python and other languages are preferred. Right. Similarly, for front end, we have altogether different stack. So on that note, if I have to choose one, I will say that yes, okay, you are good with Java, no problem. But please make sure that you see how can you solve different problems using Java. Like for example, I did my first project in big data using Java. So there now language became a tool, and I got exposed to big data technologies, Spark, Hadoop, everything. So that is something which you should understand. Okay, Chandan. Sir, I'm mainly targeting data scientist profile. Do you think this course would give me an edge? Kushagar, it will be helpful to you, but again, along with this, you should be very good. Where I can see you fitting if you complete this course, and let's say if you are good with data scientists, is that small companies or small startups who want you to handle each and everything. Like, see, for them, they will not have departments. Like, let's say one team is there which is handling all this thing. One team is there which is just for the data science part. Okay, there they will be having, and now if you have seen the project which we did, right, in the pipeline only you can apply machine learning models. Okay, Spark, sorry, this Azure which we did, there also many things are there. Then AWS SageMaker is there. So all those things can now be done on the go. So if you have this information, and you can build end to end pipeline starting from data sourcing, data ingestion, all the way to your let's say applying of ML and data science, that is going to be a lot helpful to you. Okay. Okay, let me see. So I'm mainly targeting data science. I've done that. Hi, Mayank. I'm 7 years experienced business analyst, having no experience in data. Will I be able to? Yes, Shubham. So this course should be a lot good for you, because if you are from business analyst, you will understand that how we work on getting the data and stuff. Just one thing, if you have not exposed to coding, right? If you have been working in Excel and stuff, I will suggest that you just start that right now, because you will be using coding and SQL a lot. SQL, I think you will be using a lot, but doing things via coding is going to be helpful and required. Okay. Will we also see how to work in a notebook in the cloud or other ways of coding in the cloud? Abhinav, we will be doing everything. So I showed in one of the project session which I took that how we are coding on the Databricks notebook, right? We will be coding on the terminal as well. So again, each and everything we will be doing as in the way it is required. Plus, we will see how we can make a project end to end in software only, let's say using VS Code or your PyCharm. Okay, so yeah, just honestly, I have done this all in the production and grade environment. So that is something which I'm going to share with you. And the main focus will be to make sure that your problem and understanding gets clear. So if tomorrow someone is asking you to code in a terminal or a notebook, you are good with both. So that is going to be my focus. Again, I'm not that kind of a person who feel a lot, I would say, impressed or something if someone is coding in a VS Code and not or terminal. I just want to make sure that problem gets solved and you have that optimistic and logical mindset how to understand the problem and how to code towards the solution. Okay, great. Can I join if I have little bit knowledge about big data? Yes, Kuldeep, that is going to be helpful because again, this will make sure that you have more knowledge on big data then. Okay, so just 5 more minutes, everyone. I'm going to take questions. Then we are going to start with today's session the way we have been doing. So my project is on prediction, and sir said you also need to make a URL means HTTP. How can I get set your? This is a lot unclear, honestly. So I will suggest if you can somehow basically tell me that what exactly are the requirements. That is a lot helpful. Okay. Okay, I think Shubham, you're don't. Yes, thanks. Even I'm interested in distributed systems, so even backend developer would help me. Chandan, yes, as a backend developer, so it would help you because see, in backend development also we are majorly working and writing those scripts where we are getting the data from one place or another. And honestly, you are without realizing doing a lots of data engineering stuff, right? So big data, if you know, that's just a cherry on the cake because then you will be getting exposed to multiple more things, right? Multiple more technologies and stacks, which is going to be helpful to you. Okay. Can I go with cloud computing as AWS because it's booming right now? I'm confused. Kuldeep, we are going to use the cloud computing on your AWS, Azure, and GCP. So you will get exposed to each and every one of them. So don't worry. We are not, we might be doing very less thing on local. Maybe just the Spark tutorial I might show you on local, or maybe that also on Google Colab. So not anything on this, right? Pratik, are we going to cover Microsoft Fabric? Pratik, it is not there as of now. Okay. Actually, I tried, and Microsoft Fabric you can actually not use with your normal account. Plus, we will be using Synapse and other things, so you will get the taste. Fabric is just an all-in-one platform, and again, yes, it is having lakehouse and everything. So yeah, you will get an idea how to use in Fabric as well. That is not going to be a problem. Okay. Bio, I think Chris sir said in the basically that the you can just refer to the YouTube videos. I will just update the link today. Don't worry. Okay. Prerequisite Pratik's Karangel are these one. So Python and SQL. We have this on YouTube as well, so you can just do that, right? Kushagra, we will be doing projects in between as well and majorly towards the end. But yes, you will get the exposure that how we have to use these technologies. Okay. Cool. So I think we are around 20 minutes mark. Now let me quickly go through this syllabus because many students I see are joining for the first time because they are asking on the prerequisites. So yeah, let us start with that. Before that, first, let me share this link again. Feel free to check this out at your end. This is the syllabus which I'm referring to. So Big Data Bootcamp with AWS and Azure. Okay. GCP also we will be using like just that majorly the projects we will be doing on AWS and Azure. The reason for that is that they are majorly used in the industry. Plus, if you know one cloud, surely you will be able to work on other clouds as well, right? Great. So comprehensive, yeah. So these are all the things, everyone. I think I've read this multiple times. This is just the basic idea that what all we will be doing. Okay. Along with that, let's go to module 0 now. Module 0 is close prerequisites, Python, SQL, and database basics. So what exactly is the database? How to write SQL queries? Okay, if you are given a, let's say, RDBMS database, what exactly it is? I'm going to show you that you can create a database on the cloud, then work on that. That all is fine. But I will just basically have, I will like that if you know that, okay, yeah, this is how we write Python. You can write basic functions in Python. You can do some complex coding on Python because that is a requisite. Okay. If required, you can actually do that because the first around 1 month, we will be focusing on lots of theory. That is where I will be telling you about big data, Hadoop, Spark, MapReduce, all these things, Yarn. And then we will jump to your Spark. So you are all good if you are just doing this thing. Okay. Great. So let us move forward, everyone. Then First is going to be brief overview of big data concepts and foundation. People who are just joining from, let's say, some totally unrelated domain, let me tell you the way I will be teaching, and you will see a little bit idea today as well. And in the previous sessions, I will be teaching everything from basics. Okay. So it's not that I will say that, okay, you know what big data is, let me move forward. No, that is not going to be the case. We are going to learn each and everything from basics so that everything is clear. Okay. Great. Okay. Deep dive. Okay. So next is Hadoop architecture. Now I will be telling you each and everything about Hadoop because it is important to understand. You see, the thing is, again, you might be using S3 or blob storage in Azure, or let's say whatever GCP uses. But the main point or main idea is that you should know how the distributed storage and things work, right? Then foundation of Apache Spark, very important. Spark is very, very important thing. I will first teach you Spark, and then we will be jumping to Databricks. If anyone feels that they can master Databricks without Spark, extremely sorry, that is going to be a very difficult part to do. Okay. So these are all the things which we are going to cover in Spark. Let me share this again link so that you can download this at your end. Right. Then data frames and structured data processing. So Spark basically have RDDs, data frames, SQL, all these things we are going to cover. Okay, so advanced data processing and optimization in terms of joins, your caching, all these things are also there, which we are going to cover. Okay, let us move forward. Performance tuning and optimization. Again, of course, we have to make sure that our code which we write is a lot tuned with performance. It should be running quickly. We should see where the bottleneck might arise. So all that we have to solve. Then again, I will be teaching you about NoSQL databases, okay, and its comparison with SQL database. SQL you will be doing as a prerequisite, and NoSQL we will be covering two databases, MongoDB and Cassandra. Okay, so these are a lot used in industry. I have actually used both of them in the industry only. So not like we are studying something which is not getting used. Okay, and plus SQL knowledge is still required. I hope all of you understand that SQL is still required a lot. Okay. Then let's come to Hive architecture. Hive is like a data warehouse, which is inbuilt in, like which you can install on top of Hadoop. So we are going to study about Hive as well. Then advanced Hive features and everything. Okay. Okay, then yeah. So introduction to Kafka. Now let's talk about the real-time scenarios. So if you want to develop a chatbot, or let's say you want to make a co-pilot kind of a thing. So Spark streaming and Kafka, the real-time publisher subscriber model, these things are going to be helpful. They are also going to be a lot helpful in your software development journey. Then Kafka producer, consumer, we will set it up online and on the cloud as well as on local as well. Then Spark structure streaming again. Okay. Then are going to understand about Apache Airflow, how we can make awesome pipelines, data pipelines using the same. We will also have projects here. Okay, so you will get an idea. This thing again is a lot helpful when you do data science projects as well. Okay. Then cloud computing and overview of Azure. So this again, I think is a lot clear. I will be explaining about cloud. But again, one thing more, everyone, because we will be starting, and I want to make sure that anyone who doesn't have an idea, though we will use cloud here and there, I will be explaining properly that what cloud exactly is and how we use it. Okay. Then Azure data storage services. So many things about Azure we are going to cover. Azure Databricks. Okay. Azure Data Factory. Then advanced data factory transformation, monitoring, and error handling. So these things are going to be covered. Then we are going to jump to AWS EMR. Okay. Then let us move forward. AWS S3 again for storage. Then Athena and Glue for serverless querying and ETL. So making those pipelines which you see. And then we are going to do projects. So at least 5 projects we are going to do. The information is there. You can see that we are using things which we have learned. So big data ETL pipelines with Hadoop, Hive. Then we are going to use Spark and Kafka streaming. We are going to make sure that we create an end-to-end proper, I would say, pipeline which is handling industry level data, and you're working and finally serving it as well. And using AWS also, we are going to do the project. Okay. Cool. So I hope that all is fine. Now let me jump to today's session. This is a little bit about me for people who are not aware. I have spent enough time in the starting. So I am a graduate of NSIT. I have previously worked at Goldman Sachs, Mindtical, Oyo Rooms, and entry-level startups. Like I have a fair share of exposure. So that is how I will be teaching. I am a very strong proponent that if your teacher, he has the hands-on experience, he will be able to guide you in a lot better way. So I want to make sure that all the students, you are in good hands, and yeah, that I can assure you. Okay. Cool, then everyone, let us start with today's topic. So today's topic, everyone, is distributed storage with Hadoop. Right? Okay, let me just quickly see if we have got any doubts. I think Ishan has answered the one. How much practice required apart from regular classes? Rajesh, I would expect that you are spending close to 10 hours a week to make sure that you are getting the exposed to other things. Many things will be there, which you can, of course, see on your own. So, yeah, that's my practice. I will expect that you do. Okay. Hi, sir. Hope fine and doing well. I have been confused about one topic since 1 year. Time series belong to AI specialization or not belong to AI? It doesn't as such belongs to AI, Ahmed. Time series is something separate than AI, but then again, we are trying to predict that how with time things are going to change. So majorly it will come as a artificial intelligence only. But yes, as a topic, it is not that you need any major things in AI to do that. Okay. Okay, I think I've entered. Yeah, I have asked that, so should be fine. Great, everyone. So let us start. In this, I'm going to also explain about Hadoop as well. Okay, Hadoop is going to be a lot important, everyone. So let us begin. Now, if you have any doubts, you can just basically enter that in the chat, and I will take that when we pause or normally. Okay. So for the next half an hour, 45 minutes, we'll be teaching. Just before I start, can anyone please help me to just tell if audio, video, and screen, everything is fine? And maybe I can just change to this particular way. So 1 minute, yeah. I think both works fine only. Should be fine. So can anyone confirm me if all these three things are fine? That is going to be a lot helpful. Maybe you can write yes, yes, yes. Badhiya, abhi, chalo, badhiya. Cool. Thank you. Great. So now let us actually start and see. First thing I would like to clear about Hadoop. Uh, how many of you think Hadoop is a new technology, relatively new technology, or something like that? Like Hadoop is something which has just come to the market. Hadoop is has to majorly do with, I would say, after like it is launched in 2017, 18. How many of you think that it's a complete comparatively new technology? Is it new or old? Like, what is your mindset behind that? Is it new or old? So yeah, Hadoop is actually been there for a lot of time. Okay, it's was launched in 2005. So Google actually wrote a paper on distributed computing and MapReduce like processing. Okay, just that overall the thing is that because it was so good and it gave idea to a lots of new things, that the same idea, right? Let's say the distributed storage idea that is getting used in different technologies now. That is what makes understanding Hadoop a lot more important. Okay, everyone. So many non-technical people or people who have not used it, they feel that it has just come into picture or like this big data something. No, it has been there for quite a long time. Okay. So in Hadoop, we have three components which we are going to discuss as well today. First is HDFS, that is for storage. Second is MapReduce. Now MapReduce is for processing. Third is Yarn. Now these are the major components. Like of course you have Hive, Pig, all these things, but they can be installed afterwards, right? But Hive is kind of like, let's say, data warehouse provided by Hadoop. Again, there are some use cases, some not. So we have to clear that idea, then we can use some other data house as well, right? Just like we know, let's say if you know Java, you understand that okay, there is a loop. That loop concept remains the same in Python as well. Okay. So let's talk about Hadoop a little bit, everyone. Okay. It was made by Duck Cutting, if I remember the name right. Anyone can just correct me if the name is wrong or anything. Okay. So let's talk about how it came into picture. Like Duck basically invented or worked on Hadoop, and then he made Hadoop open source. Okay, so it came under Apache and came to be known as Apache Hadoop. Anyone who knows or understand about open source, you will see that yes, it is available for everyone, free to use, not a worry. But when you have something as open source, there is a problem as well. Like everyone is basically coding on that, and because it's open source, no one in a way owns that. They are going to help you with your support request, right? So for that, you will find many paid implementation of Hadoop. Or let's say companies have their S3 and other things, but yeah, paid implementations of Hadoop. In a very easy way, if I have to just tell you, or you have to understand, and majorly this will be a lot, this will help you to clear a lots of things. Think of how exactly Android and Apple works. Android OS and Apple OS. Now, see, Android is open source, right? Again, created by Google, made open source. It is being used by many companies, MI, Samsung, Nothing, OnePlus. Everyone is using this, right? They are basically making sure that they can provide some extra features on top of that and everything. And it's normally a lot buggy, right? Because again, everyone is trying to make their own versions and everything. And the core Android, majorly very less companies use. They are trying to make sure that they are developing that based on their requirement. Whereas if I talk about Apple OS, a single company is handling that. So they know they have the version specified. Okay, so for example, let's say if some issue is there in Samsung Android version, it might not be there in MI. Okay, so they are not comparable even. But Apple, we know that a single version is there, right? And here, if you see, okay, it's a lot stable comparatively, lot stable than Android or anything, right, everyone? So again, this thing is very important to understand that what happened is that Apache Hadoop, yes, it is there. You can use, you can download that. You can go to Apache right now. Like I can actually just show you that as well. I can go to Google, Apache Hadoop. And why am I clearing all these things? Because this is also something which students have doubt, right? See, you can download Hadoop. 3.4.1 is the latest version. Second version is also available. Okay, source download, check some signature. Like things are available. You can download it. You can set it up yourself as well. It is not going to provide you with support. For that, the very first company which made this thing possible, okay, which provides support and everything as well, was Cloudera. Okay, they made sure that they are commercializing it. They are picking up this Hadoop, providing you with the service, and also making sure that it will provide the support. So everything they are handling, so that you can just use it, and any issue which you face, they are going to help you with that. Okay. So I hope this is clear, everyone. Anyone has any doubt in just a basic history of Hadoop? Let me know in the chat if anyone has any doubt. I hope everything is filed till now. Anyone has any doubt, let me know quickly. Great. Now let us talk about a little bit about distributed computing. Distributed computing. See, in a very easy way, distributed computing is when you're using multiple nodes or multiple desktops or computers, right? Now, multiple things come into picture here as well, which I want to make sure that you understand from very basics, right? Uh, for many people, you might have a little bit idea, basic idea, but I want to make sure that you have a clear-cut idea on this. Let's say this is your one machine, everyone. Okay, this is your one machine. This is your single node part, and if I just let's say make something like this, a cluster like this, this is your multi-node part. Okay, this is your multi-node part. So on the left hand, you have a single node. On the right side, you have a multi-node. Okay. Whenever you are using more than one machines in doing something, we can say that, okay, you are using distributed computing. Okay. But few things which I want all of you to understand, okay, is that, see, maybe it can happen that you have 4 PCs on your home right now. You have one, your brother has one, maybe your father has a work one. Who will write that code? Okay, and this is very important to understand. Who is going to write that code which connects these things with one another? That is where Hadoop as a framework comes into picture. Like someone has done that effort that, hey, install me into these machines. Okay, tell me how, where they are kept, like tell me the network location, and I will handle the rest of the part. Okay, so it's not that because see, you will never be setting this up, so you will never get this kind of a thinking as well. So when Google wrote that paper, right, this was the main thing which they solved, that to make a software through which this storing and your handling and processing of data can be done in a distributed way. Okay, and this was not an easy thing to solve. Like you can yourself think of that, how many programs you might have to write, how much long code you might have to write. So this was something which was solved by Google and then taken over as an inspiration for Hadoop, right? And this is the very basic about distributed computing. Like you can think that it might be a lot easy for you to think that yes, I have four computers, I will just use them. No, someone might have to write to make sure that you can use them in a production setup. Yes, you can maybe use them for a basic downloading something, but how will they sync, right? How are they going to sync? Let's say if you're trying to just download a single file, how will they get divided? This was the tough nut to crack, which Google did and which is now used in Hadoop. Okay, so that is where I want to make sure that you understand exactly this is the distributed computing. Now to explain you in a very easy manner, let's say you have this puzzle to solve. Let's say we have this puzzle divided into four parts, and it's a very big puzzle, right? It is not a small puzzle. What you can do is you can say that, hey, it is having four parts, 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can give this to one of your friend, this to another friend, this to another, and maybe you are working on this yourself. Now, what they can do is all of them, they can take this 1, 2, 3, 4 part at their home. Okay, let's say this is a puzzle, let's have multiple pieces. So they can take this up and store it in their home and they can work on that on their home locally. And this is what this thing, right? To make sure that computers can do that. This is what Hadoop makes possible, or any distributed architecture for that. And Hadoop is an architecture, it's not a software. It's not something which you will, like, let's say, take like a Chrome or something. No. Okay. And it can be installed on any machines and you can form a cluster for how much machines or nodes you want. That is the basic idea behind distributed computing and where Hadoop comes into picture. Now, why whenever we talk about big data, distributed computing comes into picture? The reason for that again is that because data is becoming so big that it is not possible for a single machine to process. Yes, you can still store. I can still say or give you that thing that you can have some network assisted drives, okay, or solution or space. Okay, it is known as NAS commonly, and you can store that data. Not a problem. The problem happens when you have to process on that, and that too in a real time in a quick way. Okay, so for that, basically, because big data, as we say, the data is increasing a lot in size. Typically, it is very difficult for a single system to handle, and that's why we first went to the distributed architecture, and then we come up with something known as Hadoop, which can connect these machines to work as a single unit to solve your problem. Okay, so what Hadoop and MapReduce will do is Hadoop makes it possible for each and every one of them to take it to their home, basically divide this puzzle in a proper way, and MapReduce ensures that you are able to, or sorry, these all are able to solve this independently. Like this first person is able to solve it independently at their home. So we can do local processing, right? So this computer, this computer, this computer, all of them can do local processing. And once their solution is done, we can combine the results to get your total results. Okay. And all these, this all is handled by a yarn, which is a resource manager, which makes sure that, this person, he is able to solve. He has the resources. Like it is not that the light power cut is there at its home. No. Yarn will make sure that everyone is having the resources. If someone's get free, then he can take up some other part. All these things are taken up by Yarn. So a very easy implement instructions and idea. Anyone has any doubt in what all I have explained till now? I hope you like the way I'm teaching. Just basic thing, nothing, no definition, nothing. So I don't like definition, honestly. I might give you them, but I will make sure that I explain you using examples only. So for even a person who has no exposure to uh, who are like, let's say, even working in testing or has no exposure. I hope you get this basics right, that what exactly are we trying to achieve and where Hadoop and everything kicks in. Because this thing is not a lot clear to many people. Like many people just have like, we will have a Hadoop cluster and I will work on that. No, someone is written the major part of your code, which you don't have to worry about. So when you say to this machine that, hey, upload my file, Hadoop handles this thing, right? Not like you don't have to write the code, but yes, Hadoop has done that heavy lifting. Okay. Shubham, torrent downloading is peer to peer. So see, okay, that's a nice question, and let me explain that as well. See, what happened is that Hadoop follows a master worker architecture or master slave architecture, where one machine is basically handling as the admin or the major, and it is kind of telling other machines to work on the problem. That is why my this thing is like the arrows are like this, coming from a single machine. Okay. In a peer to peer, that is something on which, if I remember right, Cassandra is also based. They are connected like this. So, on a very, very big note, what happens in a torrent is that this person has the file and he is known as a seeder. Okay, he is seeding. This is a leecher. He is leeching that file from this person, and it's a peer to peer connection. Peer to peer connection is also used in many places. If you are anywhere where, or maybe I've used the Tor browser, it's also peer to peer connection. So, architecture in the way you are using distributed computing, that is different. In torrent, there is no one single machine from which everyone is downloading. No, it is like these people are connected via torrent. Maybe these two have the file downloaded, and let's say 50 people are trying to download from them. So two seeders, 50 leechers. Normally, it is suggested and a very good habit to seed your torrents, right? No one, I think now less people are downloading that. I used to seed the torrents till 150%. Like let's say once I download them, if I'm downloading a 100 MB file, 150 MB I made sure to seed, just being a good internet citizen. But yes, torrent works on that principle. It can go a lot. Maybe complexity is there, but yeah, that is what I learned way back in my school days because I was a lot interested in these things. But yeah, torrent works peer to peer. Okay. Cool. So, anyone has any other doubt before I move forward? I hope this thing is clear to everyone, including anyone who has a no background in tech or anything. I hope this is clear. Can I get a quick yes? See, everyone, be a lot active, not a movie. Okay, we have to make sure that we are a lot active if we are spending the time after office to learn something. Please make sure. If you have any doubts, you just clear it out. Great. So let us move forward and do a few things more. Okay. Now, as I said, Hadoop as an architecture works on a master worker type. So this is one, let's say, node. We can say it as a node machine, something like that. This is the first, this is the second, and this is the third one. Okay. Now, what happened is that when you install Hadoop, Hadoop asks that, hey, master node is Yarn. No, Saurav, you cannot say that. Master node is not Yarn. Shubham, master slave architecture is the same only, no? Like this is what master slave architecture is. Suleiman, I did CS50 lot back in my college. Any assignment or anything which you will be given in this course, you will be able to do them properly with the things which I will be teaching. Maybe something extra, right? Projects and everything, it will be complex, but coming from what I will be teaching you. Okay. I hope it is clear. Great. Shubham, I hope you get the idea that this is master, worker, master, slave. This is the architecture. Now, what happened is that we have some daemon or a program running on these machines. Okay. So this is master. This is, let's say, worker, worker 1, worker 2, worker 3. Let's say all of them is having 3 TB of space. Now you will have total of 9 TBs. Some little less because something is used for like preserve for OS and everything. So we will be installing operating systems on this. If any of you remember in GCP data proc, I showed you that how we can create it easily. So you will not be installing them in today's world for sure, because any company, they either have admins or I would say operational guys to handle that, or you do that quickly via cloud. But again, the architecture needs to be clear. So Hadoop, as I said, is an architecture. Okay, we have to now make sure that, see, if these are the machines, right? If these are the machines, and if I ask my this particular architecture that, hey, I want to store this 5 TB of file. Okay. Now coming to distributed storage, this file is going to get divided into blocks. Okay, so it's going to get divided into multiple blocks. In the latest version of Hadoop, the default block size is 128 MB. So you can do the math at how many blocks are going to get created. We will have this information. So this master node, it maintains a metadata. It maintains a metadata table. Okay. It's going to send, basically it's going to make sure that these blocks get saved into these things. Now again, we are going to, like, this is a lot complex, not that straightforward, but yes, just to give you an idea, this is how it's going to happen. It's going to say that, hey, let's say this first block is in worker 1, second block is in worker 2. Okay, there are some daemon which is running. Okay, daemon is a program which runs on machines, so that we can, again, don't want to make it a little lot complex as of now, right? But there is a, in master node we have a separate daemon, worker we have a separate daemon. Okay, these are the cases. So we have to make sure that this, the way it is happening, again, because these machines which you are taking, they are not very heavy machine, like they are not Apple M1 or something, they are commodity hardware which are very cheap. So now many people will say that, okay, it is pretty easy, right? But what if tomorrow your this machine dies? This machine, due to some reason, the hard drive just fails. Okay. Hadoop makes sure that it is also doing that fault tolerance. It is doing making copies, so that if one of the machine dies, your data or your overall work is still not, uh, I would say, failed. It will still be able to get you the files. So that is where replication comes into picture. How it, I can explain you in an easy term. Let's say if you have a very important file, you store it on your laptop, on your phone, and on one of the hard drive or pen drive, so that if tomorrow your phone gets stolen, okay, or it just becomes dead, you know that you have your file, right? Example can be, I think many of you might have your IDs, okay, your different IDs on phone, maybe on some WhatsApp chat, and on the laptop as well, so that you know that, okay, if by chance you don't have any one of them, or any one of them gets bad, then you can get it from other places. So this is in a very easy way data replication to achieve fault tolerance. Okay. Let me quickly see the questions. Let me know what kind of data set we will be working on. I would really appreciate that. It's a more substantial data set. Suleiman, we will be uploading a project, so you will get an idea. Okay, again, the data set we will be taking will be close. We might take some data from Kaggle. We can make up some data. So it will give you an idea that, okay, what kind of things you will be solving. Okay, so don't worry on that. How much time should dedicate outside of class to keep up with the material? I answered this already, Suleiman. 10 hours majorly I will suggest, because so that you can learn about more things and do many things on your own as well. So at least 8 to 10 hours you will have to spend. Because see, we will have 3 hours class. I believe that it will take you around that much time only to revise the class. And on top of that, if you have some doubts, to clear that out, to discuss with the community, you will have to spend that much time. Is the class really 4 hours long? Don't worry on that, Suleiman. I will be, I can teach for 3 hours. Okay. It won't be exhausting. I have taken classes for more than 8 hours also in a day. Have been doing this teaching thing for a long time. Okay. So you don't have to worry on that. Okay. And you don't have to face any problem with that. I don't lose the energy while teaching, so yeah, you will not face any that problem. I hope that you are ready, because yes, for sitting in a 3 hours I will be giving breaks in between, but yes, that is required. Okay, any doubt, anyone? Any other doubt which I can help you clear? See, the thing is that if you want to actually transform your career, and if I am teaching a professional batch like data engineering, so I have done that again previously as well, big data, data engineering, data science, ML, AI, Gen AI, we have to spend that time. And yeah, 3 hours is a normal time, I think. That, and plus it will be all learning and everything, right? So don't have to worry on that. Any doubt, anyone? I'm just taking a minute to let you all ask your doubt so that we can then move forward. Please ask the same. If everything is clear, just then also write a yes. Or if you like the way I'm explaining, just let me know so that I know if I have to change something or if I can go forward with this only. And if anyone is feeling that this is very basic stuff, well, we have took sessions earlier where we have done an end-to-end project where we have discussed about Databricks, Spark, all these things. So we have done the fair share of difficult topics, introduction, and everything as well. Okay, just that this particular topic I wanted to discuss, so that students who are coming from separate fields, because many of them reach out to me on LinkedIn, they also get an idea that how we are going to discuss things and go about a particular topic. Okay, so sort of after partition into 128 MB, these partitions get this these blocks, okay, get stored into different machines. Okay, now again, there are lots of complexity with increasing the partition, decreasing the number of partition, increasing this partition size. Like for example, you can take it 1 GB as well. But yeah, there will be some things which will not be right then. You can take it 2 MB as well. Then also we will see what happens. But yeah, by default it is 128 MB. Yes, Pratik, for sure we'll have to cover all these things. Okay, because people will be joining, right? So I will have to make sure that if someone misses who have joined, right? Any doubt, anyone? Let me know. So see, what happened is that we normally call this particular thing as name node. Once you send the file, name node basically has this full information that okay, where are all the machines kept, okay, where let's say which machine has which space, all these things are maintained. These machines, right, they are in constant connection of your master, so they are in constantly sending their pulse, so master know that they are alive. Again, as I said, the major heavy lifting has been done to you when you install Hadoop. It is not that this machine will be kept and out of the blue it will be used. No, they are in constant connection with each other. If for 10 seconds this machine doesn't send any communication, it might be assumed to be dead. We will assume that it is dead, right? These machines can be even kept anywhere. Normally we try that they are of course close to each other, but yes, they can be kept anywhere as well. Kalyani, the prerequisites for the course are, let me go back to the first this thing, are SQL and database basics along with Python. So Python, SQL, and database basics. Very normal things, nothing major, right? Suleiman, if you are at TPM right now and you want to shift to data engineering, it's going to be honestly a little difficult. And it also depends at what kind of projects you have managed when you were TPM. Like I know majorly you will be working on, I think, Jira. Or if you can just give a little idea that what exactly you have done at TPM, you will have to put in that extra efforts to show and also align and say that yes, I was managing these kinds of project and then I got that overall interest into these fields and thus I did that. It's not that you will directly be having no, that is fine, but it also depends a lot on what kind of work you're doing, right, everyone? So that thing is one have to handle. Anyone, any other question? Great. So let me just quickly complete the class. I meant to take for an hour only today, majorly the questions. So yeah, let us now discuss a little bit about MapReduce as well. Okay. MapReduce. Yes, it is not used. Like MapReduce, honestly, not used a lot now, but I feel that it is still required. MapReduce has two words: map plus reduce. So what we do here, let's say if you have this overall one machine, one of the workers, and this is a worker only, second worker, third worker. How many of you are aware about the map function? Map function in Python? Map function in Python. Saurav, you can go to Krish Naik's YouTube channel. Under that, in live, last few sessions are all the things which we have done. Okay. In a very easy sense, if you think about map function, what it does is it takes, let's say, a list or something and a function and apply that to every element in the list. Just a normal analogy. Again, not this map is not very straightforward or equivalent to this, but here similar things happen. Let's say if I'm giving this three words, okay, let's say first, second, and third. These are the words I'm giving, and I am passing all of them the instruction that they have to run the same program. What is that program? The program is count letters, right? So all of them are going to apply this and get their individual answer. So they are going to do local processing, right? So this is going to process this machine. It is going to process what is kept here only. It doesn't care about any other machine, right? It just have its connection with the master, and it will be doing this local processing, right? So it can happen that this is your one text file, one big text file, okay? And you are just divided this text file and then working on this, right? So based on, let's say, the block size, your file is divided and you are working on this. Now it's going to get the answer which is let me delete this, let me remove this as well. It's going to get the answer which is 5, 6, and 5. This is the map part. Okay, this is the map part overall. And then we reduce this answer. So we are going to now reduce the answer by adding them. It's going to be 16. Now again, very simplified explanation. Lots of things happen behind the back. I'm not saying that this is what, but yes, the very basic funda is this only, that this is map reduce. Now there are challenges, limitations. Like for example, what if you have to do filter? You have to make sure that you write your program in such a way that it fits that map thing. Plus, you cannot now write something more on top of that. Okay, you cannot write more operations on top of that. So you can just do reduce once only. So again, we will discuss that, but the basic idea is that this is how we do the processing in our big data framework. Okay. Now, why is it not used? The programming in MapReduce is a lot difficult. We are going to write a Java program just to show you. You don't have to write that. But the basic idea is that I will be teaching that why MapReduce, what MapReduce is, the very first thing. Second, why is it not used now? That again is very important to understand. Okay. Third, why have we then jumped to Spark and what benefits Spark does give us? All these things will be discussed, so you don't have to worry. But yes, this is the very basic idea about how the processing happens in your distributed architecture, especially in Hadoop. Okay. And behind the scenes, this like resource management and everything happens via the help of your Yarn. Yarn also has an architecture. Again, everyone has this architecture just to show you. Like, see, all these things are complex, and I don't want, see, I want to make sure that you understand these things in depth. Okay, let's say Hadoop write architecture. So you will see how complex this is. Let's say if I go to image, you will see many components. See, this is the full architecture which Hadoop Yarks, yeah, write takes into picture. You will see multiple steps. So again, gonna discuss each and everything of that. But I hope you get the basic idea right, because before that, I personally make sure that student has idea about everything. Okay, so that is how I like to teach, so that if he is standing somewhere, he is doing any project, he can say with confidence that yes, I know things, right? Because that is how my journey has accelerated, not by just learning things from above. No. Okay, everyone. So yeah, if anyone has any doubt, let me know. This was majorly the things which I have to discuss. Wanted to keep it because these are very basic things. Wanted to keep it a lot easy only. But yeah, I hope you get the idea. So let me just drop the screen share. And yes, everyone. So if you have any doubts, just let me know. And let me just actually add the screen once and show you once again. Yeah. So for people who have to check out the course, please do it here. We have limited seats left. I think Ishan just messaged me that we have around 35 some seats left. We have not kept this course with the mindset ki let's say 1,000 people can join. So please, if you're planning, do just quickly enroll. And if you have any doubts whatsoever, please reach out to us, and we will be more than happy to help you, not sell you. Okay. And yeah, I think that is the major thing. Again, just quickly repeating, this is the full syllabus which you can download. The link I have shared from where you can enroll. Proficiency level, all these things are given, and dashboard access you will have for 1.5 years. You will get all the recordings. Okay, the duration of the course is 5 to 7 months. Though if many people are able to understand things, we might try to complete it in 4 months as well. Because again, I want to make sure that you are very quickly ready and giving interviews. Then resume discussion, mock interviews, job referrals, all these things are going to happen. You will also get a community chat forum for discussion. So with your basically peers, you will be able to discuss each and everything so that you do the learning with each and every one. So if someone is getting a job, maybe they can refer to you as well. All these things we will be doing. Okay, everyone. If you have any doubt, reach out to this number. If you want to connect with me, I am giving my LinkedIn ID and YouTube channel as well. Feel free to connect with me on any forum. Okay. Beauty of Hadoop and its one core terminology map reduce algo created by Google. Data when move query move pilot to every node. Yes. Take answers from every node and join. Yes, exactly. Is AWS and Azure mandatory? Yes, Shubham. Exactly. See, again, my aim is also not to make sure that I am just teaching you things so that you know things, but you are not able to get the job. AWS and Azure is used in the industry, but I have said it multiple times. You might have to just have two credit cards, which I don't think is difficult in today's time. Then you have to make sure that you quickly work and learn on the same. If you follow all the instructions, hardly you will have to like normally. If let's say you're not slacking off, then from the trial only you will be able to do each and everything. If not, then maybe it can take you maximum 500 something. But then again, that is when you will be slacking off. So, but we will be doing it on cloud. And unfortunately, I tried finding that level of exposure which these platforms, these clouds are providing, no one else is providing. So I cannot say that for Azure Data Factory, no, let us do it on some other tool. No, not there. Okay. Plus, because they will be used in the industry, it is a lot required, right? Let me show you one of the projects. So actually that has been just done. I have to just do that thing. So this is the architecture of the project, which I'm creating. A lot related to how I have done projects in the industry. We have multiple data sources, HTTP, SQL table, data ingestion. Then we are using Azure technologies here, lots of them. Then visualization. So yeah, you will get an idea that what level of projects we will be doing. Honestly, if you do this level of projects very nicely and you know all things, you will be able to crack jobs easily. I feel that reason is that many technologies are discussed there, and again, basics will also be clear, right? Cool, everyone. So 5 more minutes for the question. Then we are going to meet tomorrow. So there's a session tomorrow as well. Krish is also going to join that. There we will be taking some commonly asked question, like for people specifically from I would say this non-tech field. Okay, so there we will have Krish's understanding as well. Let me just tell what exactly this is. Who is this? Acha. 1 minute. Let me just tell you the topics. So we got some common doubts. Okay. Like how big data is connected with web development, data science, other domain, career transition from non-technical to big data, and how to make a career in big data if you have a career gap. So all these things we are going to discuss. Okay. We tailor our resume to show ourselves as data engineer for data engineering job. Yes, Shubham. like we will try it. Like I will tell you. So see, this is also based on lots of my exposure when I have taken actually many interviews. I like to actually take interviews, okay, to be very close to hiring process. We will try to add those subtle things, okay, to make sure that resume, like interviewer know that yes, this person is trying to go towards this big data, and we will add projects. We will make sure that we add those technologies, technical skills, which are a lot sort of. So yeah, we will be doing that. Of course, that is required. I will be showing you examples and way. So yeah. Gen AI with big data, no Salyam. We are not introducing Gen AI here. Okay. Plus, like Gen AI, I think can help you to write the code, and not sure how it will help you to make that pipeline or something. So Gen AI is not there in the course. Okay. I know that you can now include Gen AI in everything, like Gen AI with Excel and all these things. But yeah, Gen AI can help you to write code and stuff, help you to do stuff easily. But the core things, again, that generative AI will not be able to do. Okay. So it's the same like Gen AI and maths. Yes, if you know maths, Gen AI can help you with stuff, but basic maths should be still needed. Okay. Anyone, any other question before we drop? Let me know. I'm just going to wait till 9:10. Can I be able to crack Mang with this course? Salyam, as someone who have cleared interviews of these companies and someone who have actually friends in all of these companies and can also know about the process. Okay. Normally, I try to use the term tier one companies. You will have to be very good in other things as well. Okay. And I'm being very honest here. You have to be very good in DSA because all of these companies are going to ask you DSA first. Then they can ask you system design things as well, right? On your previous experience. And then let's say if you are specifically going for data engineering, then I can be sure that yes, if you do this course properly, you will have that understanding. You will not be lacking behind in anything if you do this properly. Now it may happen that they're asking you some tool. Let's say you are doing HD insights, they're asking you for EMR, or you did it in Azure, they're asking some other tool. You will be able to make sense and do that. But again, for these tier one companies, like I can give you an example. For Goldman, I gave 10 interviews. They were on a lots of things, specifically a lot in depth in DSA things, right? Then in the next company, I was asked for system design, DSA, low level design, HLD, all these things, along with the projects and CV. So these companies understand the overall character of a interviewee, right? Anyone who says that do this course and you can crack tier one companies, he might be lying or trying to sell you. But yeah, being honest here, if you do this properly, data engineering side, your thing will be done. But if you come tomorrow to me, sir, they asked DSA and I have not done DSA, it's going to be difficult. So you can do one thing. I have a course on Udemy as well for DSA. So if you go on Udemy and because of good overall things, so let's say if I search DSA Python, yeah, you will see it on top, premium bestseller. Okay, if I search, I think DSA only, you might get this on few top. So it has been going pretty well, right? Lots of good reviews, 4.6 rating. You can take this. That's a very good start. I will be enhancing this course, but yes, this is all based on my experience. But yes, you will have to put in that time, Salyam. Okay. Please cover each and everything related to big data, also the new big data tech stacks in such a way that enough to crack remote and tier one companies. We'll already be doing that, Salyam. So yeah, again, see, Salyam, you are a lot focused. Get your concepts clear. You will be able to crack those companies. It will also depend a lot on other things, that how good you are with other things. And I'm being really honest here, right? I could have sell this easily that yes, do this course and man, no, do DSA, do things, make your holistic profile a lot good, so that they know that you're a good engineer. Okay. I'm a bit worried as I am 7 years of experience as a business analyst with SQL. How will I be able to justify my experience as a data engineer? Shubham, we will connect and talk on that. We will have to discuss. See, I cannot give generic gyan. I will have to understand your overall history of work experience, how where you are coming from, and then normally I'm pretty good in this thing. So as I told, like I have taken more than 500 plus mock interviews, these sessions and everything, as a part of Scalar Coding Ninja's Function Up and other platforms, we will be able to come up with something so that at least you are able to give interviews and then cook up some story to how to show that smartly. I cannot say that no, it will be handled. No, I will have to understand what you have worked on and everything. Okay. Sir, is DSA important for data analyst or data scientist? Data analyst might not be. Data scientist basically depends. Very less companies, but top tier companies are going to ask you that DSA because they it is normally used as a filtering criteria. Plus, what I feel is that if you have spent enough time on DSA, you can understand difficult of the code as well, right? Same masla like Shubham. कहाँ है शुभम का मसला? हाँ तो Suleiman and Shubham, see the thing there is that again, then what options do you have? Will you just sit back and be like, okay, I've spent 7 years, let me now not do that? I think it's still better na, than to try, than to basically not do anything. So I personally believe that you can change your fields if you put in enough efforts. And companies are maybe your 7 years of experience is helpful to you if you showcase that in a proper way. And this is the way I'm going to teach. So I hope anyone coming from a different background, he doesn't face those problems, right? Sarthak, if you are in fourth year, I would expect that either you are very good in coding and you understand few things like database, SQL, and everything, and you have done some software development project in a way that you have an idea how the code flows. That level of understanding I would expect if you're in fourth year. Okay. Your benefit for you will be that if you give companies and you are able to explain these things, companies will be a lot impressed, provided you know the basics first, right? Like you cannot be like, okay, I don't know coding, I don't know DSA, I don't know anything else, I just know big data. Then it's going to be a problem. Saurabh, again, totally different. Have to know your background. Cannot just suggest like that. I don't give generic gyan. I try to understand student personally, where he is coming from, what he has done, college skills, and then I am basically prefer because see, I have done mentoring for a long time. As I'm saying, like since college, I have been doing that because my seniors mentored me very nicely. I have seen one thing: generic gyan doesn't work. Okay, I can say that do DSA, do this, but where are you coming from? Are you currently in service-based company or product-based companies? If you're in a product-based company, let's say in payments, maybe I can say that hey, just target another company in payment from Paytm to PhonePe is easier. So yeah, DSA जितना करो कम है, but as a again यार देखो DSA has to be done properly. I will be making content on that which I feel is important. But again, DSA कितना करना चाहिए? DSA should be done at that level that you will be having a great. Okay, let me tell you like this way. ठीक है, I cannot again वो भी generic ज्ञान हो जाएगा. But you should be able to do at least 250 questions properly, not like just seeing the solution. You know that yes, you do this properly. That is what is to be done. That should be fine. When can we expect GCP data engineering? Shah, we are going to use GCP here. So again, GCP data engineering is just a person who use Google Cloud Platform. I have made this point clear that in my classes, I will focus on basics so that tomorrow, if you have to do the same thing in Azure or in GCP, you are able to do that. So in this course, you will get that exposure, and yeah, you should be more than good for that. Salim, this course is starting on Saturday. It's mentioned here. See, start date. This Saturday now, December 21st. Okay? Okay, time to brush up my DSA with the course. Will 2 hours of DSA be enough, sir? No. I think you were in fourth year. No. Just to give you an idea, I used to do DSA for 10 to 14 hours every day in my fourth year. After placement. Just to give you an idea. Okay, not showing off or anything. I used to do that. Because if you're in college, then to DSA is like you are something which you're doing in your free time. 2 hours per day might not cut it. That was my experience. Again, if you're smart enough, you can maybe do that. I was not able to do it 2 hours per day. Okay, so I hope that was all the question, everyone. We are already 9:15, so majorly we take this session for an hour or something because I see that then students keep on. They basically get that exposure, and I don't want to make it boring like teaching. for 3 hours. If required, let me know in the comments and I can take that classes as well. But yeah. So everything is there, everyone. You can just reach out. You can just check out on this link. In the description of this video, you also have this information. Okay. Or for people who have said that I might need to know you better, please connect with me. Depending on time, I will be more than happy to connect. I have been doing that on LinkedIn with people, LinkedIn and YouTube. Also, people reach out to me on mail because, as I said, generic gyan I cannot give. That will surely not work for you. Okay? Mentoring mein, this is one thing which I have learned. If I just tell you कि हाँ do these 250 questions, do this, नहीं, ये इतना काम नहीं करता. It's better if you understand where you are coming from and then I guide you. My experience, that has been my experience of, like, I have seen students genuinely take the lead when I do like that. Cool, then I don't see any other questions. So just a reminder, everyone, it's going to start Saturday. Tomorrow we are going to have the last session before the batch. Okay, I might take other sessions maybe once we start. Okay. So on that note, yes, let us meet on Saturday for people who have joined. For other people, feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. I'm sharing my account once again, sharing my YouTube channel as well. Have few videos on big data there as well. Okay. So yeah, you can just see that there as well. The videos, we'll be uploading many videos in the coming time. And yeah, that I think should be all. If anyone has any doubt, feel free to reach out to this number or connect with me. Most of the things are, I think, done. Okay. Yeah, cool. Great. So thank you, everyone. Thanks a lot for your patience. Thanks a lot for being with me. And we will meet tomorrow. Please make sure that you get your doubts clear. And yeah, you should be, please just put in the effort so that we can have a very good transition stories and we are able to enjoy our career. Okay. Great, everyone. So bye bye. Let's meet tomorrow.